For millions of years, the world believed the Pacific Ocean had only one absolute ruler: the great white shark. With hundreds of razor-sharp teeth and acute electromagnetic sensors, nothing in the open water could challenge its reign. Entire marine ecosystems were molded around the absolute fear of this solitary underwater killer. But deep beneath the waves, a terrifying shift occurred that shocked marine biologists worldwide.
Scientists began finding full-grown great whites washing ashore, missing only a single organ, surgically ripped out.
The ultimate apex predator of the Pacific wasn't hunting anymore. It was being hunted. To understand who dethroned the shark, we must look at the brutal food chain of the Pacific. At the foundational layers, speed and camouflage rule. Barracudas and moray eels govern the shallow reefs. Reef sharks keep small fish populations in check, dominating the warm, shallow coastal zones. Step deeper into the open ocean, and mid-tier predators take over the ecosystem. Tiger sharks and bull sharks dominate these mid-depth zones through raw aggression and brute force. And in the black abyssal depths lies the ultimate nightmare, the elusive giant squid. For decades, these creatures kept each other in check through brute force and solitary survival instincts. Each predator relied entirely on size, razor teeth, and physical stealth to kill their prey. But in the vast expanse of the Pacific, physical muscle eventually hits an evolutionary ceiling. The ocean was waiting for an evolutionary leap to challenge these lone, muscle-bound killers. A force that relied not on individual muscle, but on collective genius and family units. That force arrived in the form of the ocean's most intelligent predator, the orca. While a great white relies on instinct, orcas operate like an elite military strike team. Armed with the largest brains of any marine predator, they communicate using complex dialects. These hunting tactics and vocal languages are passed down through centuries of family pods. They map the ocean using biological sonar, so precise it acts like an underwater X-ray scanner. They can distinguish a shark's liver from its rib cage through solid flesh before making physical contact. When a pod singles out a target, they execute tactical maneuvers no single fish can counter. They create artificial wave surges to wash prey off ice and disorient large sharks. They use acoustic shockwaves to stun prey, sharing strategic knowledge across generations. But their greatest achievement was discovering a biological cheat code against great white sharks. Orcas figured out that flipping a shark upside down triggers a state called tonic immobility. This neurological glitch leaves the feared apex predator completely paralyzed within seconds. With the shark helpless, orcas bite open the chest cavity to harvest only the nutrient-rich liver. They leave the rest of the shark carcass to sink into the dark abyss, untouched.
The terror among sharks is so absolute that when an orca arrives, every great white flees.
Sharks frequently abandon their primary feeding grounds. For over a full year after one sighting, not even the abyssal zone offers protection to deep-sea creatures from orcapods. They dive thousands of feet into pitch-black waters to hunt giant squids as regular meals. By forcing sharks to flee, orcas single-handedly rewrite the entire Pacific ecosystem. Secondary predators and fish populations adapt rapidly around the presence of hunting orcas. From the freezing coastal waters of Alaska to the deep tropical trenches of the Pacific, no creature hunts them, no predator challenges them, and nothing stands in their way. They didn't just claim a spot in the food chain, they completely rewritten the rules of nature. Muscle may rule the land, but in the vast, dark waters of the Pacific, intellect reigns supreme.
True ocean dominance belongs to the mind. Subscribe to explore more deep-sea mysteries.